Jamie Hall on the ER650 MGA Racing Missile Motorcycles. He is in position already. Then the fruitly coloured machine of the second positioned man, number 92, Matthew van Niekerk. Please don't beat me up, Matthew. And then, of course, the 52 of Andre Symes will be sharing that front row there. Look at John Green, the bravest man in motorsport here at Killarney, got the 5-second board, and he will be handling. The revs will be rising, and we'll be ready to go racing when all 5 lights go out simultaneously, and we will be going around about now. And it's a bad start for Jamie Hall, meaning that it is going to be the second place man, Matthew van Niekerk, will get the whole shot into turn 1. And it is quite a bad start for Jamie Hall. He almost loses out second position, but look on the second bit of the lap now. He will be coming right back. He kept it ahead of the likes of Andre Symes and co. But yeah, they run down to that second turn now at Castrol.
A much better start from Max Munton this time around, but Adrian Solomon still getting that lead in class. But here comes Max Munton on the inside. He dives up Adrian as he's not looking over his shoulder. And then he takes that position back. Now back to the lead. But Raymond Alexander still there behind them, wanting to take that race to the youngsters. Abigail Basson also starting from the back once again. Bosson. I keep making that mistake. Bosson starting from the back of the grid, now making her way up through the field once again to fight with the boys at the front.
Down the back straight, we then run for the first time in the second race. It is Van Niekerk from Jamie Hall. Swap positions at the start. Now into that turn 5, the bank to turn 5, Pertamina Fastron. And then we'll open up onto the main straight now through that kink as they complete the first of 9 racing laps here. Look at the battles happening there for 5th and 4th positions. I think a few movements have been made. Has a move been made on the second place man? No. So across the line we go now. Matthew van Niekerk, Jamie Hall. Then it will be the 3rd place man, Andre Symes. And then it will be Burnett Jonas up into 5th now. And then we start with the 300s.
I think this is going to be much closer than it was last time, and there they are. There's Raymond Alexander and Adrian Solomon fighting for 1st and 2nd place there. Max Munton just behind one of the 650s, and Abigail Bosson also making her way up just a little further behind Max. But Max will want to try and get past that 650. I'm not quite sure who that 650 is, but we'll focus on that front do. And there comes Raymond Alexander right on the tail end of Adrian Solomon. Adrian's not going to want to give up this time, especially after race 1. He did incredibly off the line, and he had Raymond on his tail the whole way around. And then all of a sudden, he pulled away just like that. Let's hope, or I'm sure Raymond's hoping that it doesn't happen this time around.
Southeaster coming up quite a bit over here. Nice little crosswind on the main straight and the back straight. Yeah, they run up towards turn 5 now. Pertamina Fastron. It was 1 second between Van Niekerk and Jamie Hall. I would think now it has closed ever so slightly as they make their way now going right through that turn 5 section. Past the kink they will then run, and then the comeback trail it is for Jamie Hall, the man who started on pole and won race 1. Yeah, they come across the line now. 1 second, it is now 6/10 of a second, and a fastest lap of a 1:24.650 for Jamie Hall as they go towards turn 1 now. Under signs, Lance Jonas has come up 8 position. Reynard Burnett is now in 5th. Abdul Isak will now round off the top 6. Looking outside of that quickly over there. Stavro Michel is outside of the top 10 on his 650. And then the Hill, Roos, Ryfoth, Mostert and Lumbrak, of course, did not start this race, unfortunately.
Adrian Solomon, Adrian Solomon has gotten past Raymond Alexander. Oh no, so he's been past him. Sorry, I'm getting a bit confused over here. But Raymond Alexander is past Adrian Solomon once again, but the timing sheet hasn't updated. We have to wait till they cross the line once again as they make their way into Interceptor Corner. Max Munton still a little bit of a distance behind, but a 1:29 dead from, 1:29.7 from Adrian Solomon in that 300s class. And I'm pretty sure all the times are looking very close. as the leaders make their way now to turn 5, Byron.
6/10 the last time around, Jordan. It is now almost nose to tail between Matthew van Niekerk, the man who's been leading for the last 3 laps of this race. And look at them come out now. That will most certainly be around 4/10 of a second or so as he closes up the gap. Underneath the Line Property Management Castrol City of Cape Town Bridge, we then run. Look at the lap times here. It is going to be 5/10. It's half a second. Andre Sainz comes across the line now, basically on his own. Lance Jonas is the man to watch out for at the moment now. He gets, as Reinhard Burnett is actually coming back at him briefly, but I think Lance Jonas will get it into turn 1. If it is the 54 bike, it is the 54 bike that's ahead of Lance Jonas. He'll hold onto 4th position at this time.
Adrian Solomon managed to get past once again down the back straight on Raymond Alexander, and now he will be about half a second in front as they make their way into turn 2. But Abigail Bosson has managed to get past Max Munton. I think Max had a little bit of an issue there. Mad Max there making their way out of turn 2 Castrol corner through the kink. It's going to be a 1-2 or battle for first there in 300s and a battle for 3rd place, the last position on the podium, as we jump back to the leaders.
Leaders going towards turn 5 now, down the back straight. They then run. It is still Matthew van Niekerk and Jamie Hall. The gap has come down little bits by little bits every time. It's half a second the last time around. It went from 6/10. It went from a second initially. Yeah, now they come out of turn 5 now. And when will the decisive move be made? When will he be close enough, Jamie Hall? We look at the lap times. He was a 1/10 of a second faster over the last lap. Yeah, they run across the line now. It is 4/10 of a second, taking another 1/10 out of Matthew van Niekerk with a 25.3 compared to the 25.4. Andre Sainz, yeah, still on his own at the moment, coming across the line. But the big battle to watch is the Reinhard Burnett, Lance Jonas, and then Abdul Isak coming right behind it as well on that number 2 bike before we start with the 300.
And now I watched as they made their way down the back straight. Adrian Solomon in a wonderful position behind Abdul Isak on that 600, getting that slipstream from the slightly faster bike, helps pull him all the way down the back straight and the maiden straight and pulls him away from Raymond Alexander as they make their way into 2 now. But Max Munton still can't get onto the tail end of Bosson. But he is closing very slightly as the leaders make their way again through Sarl Sweep and down the back straight.
Matthew van Niekerk putting a mighty ride in here as well. He's under immense pressure. 4/10 of a second between the two of them the last time around as they went. A 1/10 of a second in lap times between the two of them. They rocket it down now to that turn 5 Pertamina Fastron section now. A little tighter from Jamie Hall through there, but on the exit you'll see that Matthew van Niekerk just gets away slightly now. We'll see now after those 4 laps have been completed, or 6 laps, 5 laps have been completed, there'll be 4 left to go, and he's increased the gap, a 1:24.9 compared to a 1:24.5 for Jamie Hall. So Matthew van Niekerk advantage this lap.
Yep, as the rest of that front-running 650 field crosses the line, we watch again Adrian Solomon right behind Abdul Isak coming down the main straight. That gives him such incredible toe down that straight, and that'll put him away from Raymond Alexander, who won't get the chance this time around to be as close as he was in the last race. But there for 3rd place, we watch the battle between Max Munton and Abigail Bosson, making out of 1 towards 2 Castrol corner. There they come, and Max Munton has fallen a few spots from his pole position in race 1 and 2nd position in race 2, and he seems to be struggling a little bit. I'm hoping he can find some more pace. Oh no, there's no races for him to find pace, but now watching down the back straight,
I think it's going to be now a change of lead over here. That looks like it's a better lap for Jamie Hall now, and 9/10 the last time around. Okay, so we go down the straight then, and towards the line we then run. So there's, of course, another 3 laps left to go. Jamie Hall, 1:24.5, half a second quicker than the man ahead of him, Matthew van Niekerk, and 3/10 of a second between them as they go through that first turn now. Look at that crosswind on those Line Property Management flags. now going through Andre Sainz, Reinhard Burnett, Lance Jonas has dropped off the back of the Reinhard Burnett, who's now basically not on his own, but look at Abdul Isak and Adrian Solomon, the 300s, mixing it there with the 300s.
There, Adrian Solomon manages to get past Abdul Isak on that 300, and he will make an even further distance between him and Raymond Alexander as they make their way through and out of turn 1. Raymond Alexander. Now we watch as Abigail Bosson now will try and make her way up to the back end of Raymond Alexander. She's much, much closer this time around. But with 3 laps to go, Byron will jump back to turn 5.
Back to turn 5, we then run another stab at it. Will be Jamie Hall goes onto the inside of the Van Niekerk bike, when he won't make it work there. Van Niekerk goes a little wider there, a little tighter line from Jamie Hall. Now they're coming up now to Mark Ruiz, who will be the first man to be lapped here. They come towards the line now. Right across the line there, they're getting the encouragement on our left-hand side from their right-hand side. Across the line we go, 0.4 of a second into turn 1 now. And the time is running out. This is the penultimate lap of the race as they charge up the Joubert Straight and towards turn 2.
We wait and see as more of the 650s cross the line now. But coming out of turn 5 is Adrian Solomon on that Kawasaki 400 by King Pools. Crossing the line once again. We'll see what lap times he's doing this time around, a 1:29.5. Sorry, no, 1:28.6. But here, Abigail Bosson now passing Raymond Alexander right at the line to start another lap. Max Munton a little bit further behind.
Turn 4, Gary, turn 4. We have the leaders coming through turn 4 now. Sorry, Jordan, just jumping in there too. It's very close, and it's wheel to wheel almost here. Rear wheel to front wheel. Matthew van Niekerk and Jamie Hall. I think this could be the best chance that Jamie Hall has to snatch the lead right back as they come down the straight now. He's on the inside for Pertamina Fastron. Turn 5. Will he poke the nose ahead? Yes, he does. He's the leader with a lap to go.
Yeah, we'll wait for them to come around, but watch, I'll let you take it back because here comes the slipstream, Byron. Watch the leaders come down the main straight and watch Matthew once again.
One more lap left to go. And you are incredibly right there, Jordan, but it comes right back, and Jamie Hall will go onto the inside into turn 1 now and snatch the lead right back. It's the now or never lap, and now Matthew van Niekerk will be doing every sum in his head now to see how he can get back past again. Jamie Hall a 1:25.516, and then Matthew van Niekerk a 1:24.9, 0.4 of a second faster on that lap. Here they go into Castrol Corner for the last time today.
That was a very good slipstream move there by Matt, but not enough. Adrian Solomon crossing the line now to start his final lap in the 300 class. But now we watch Abigail Bosson and Raymond Alexander. He also knows to tail. Raymond's going to try and peep it up the inside, but is he going to be late enough on the brakes? Oh, he is late enough on the brakes. He goes wide, and Abigail would tuck it up the inside, and she'll steal that position back. No, she doesn't. Raymond holds it around the outside. And Max Munden's still far behind, but here, Byron, take them to the line.
Down onto the last corner of the lap. He has a good go at it, Jamie Hall, but I don't think he will be able to. He caught the slipstream, wasn't close enough. He's his last chance now out of turn 5. He looks over his shoulder, Jamie Hall. It's going to be a dead heat. Yeah, they come towards the line now. It's going to be side by side, and it's Matthew van Niekerk that just takes it.
Wow,
300ths of a second, Jordan. 37 thousandths of a second.
Tutti Frutti has it in him. Mr. Fruit Loops knew what he was doing on that final corner. As we watch the rest of them make their way out of Pertamina Fastron. Here come more of your 650s, Byron.
Here we go. Andre Sainz put in a fine ride here for 3rd position. Reinhard Burnett comes home 4th position after having held off Lance Jonas. Here comes Lance. Number 83 comes across. There's Adrian Solomon come across the line as well. Jordan and Abdul Isak out of position, of course, within the 300s now, a 650.
Wait, I see Abigail Bosson now crossing the line to take 2nd place, and I'm hearing that the number 11 of Raymond Alexander has dropped the bike somewhere. There he is, down the back straight. Big mishap for him on the final lap after fighting Abigail Bosson. Very unfortunate. I'd love to see a replay of that if we can find one after this race. But Max Munton will then inherit that third place and on the podium once again for the second heat of the day and the final heat of the day. But brilliant, brilliant stuff. And I have to take my hats off to Matt van Niekerk for that last lap run. Brilliant stuff by this entire Super Twin Cup 650s and Super Sport 300s class.
Sorry, they were just collecting my things over here and collecting my thoughts now. Jordan, let me tell you one thing. I didn't know if Matthew van Niekerk even had enough in him. No, I don't doubt his talent at all, but you pointed it out perfectly there. And what a finish we have had. Like I said, 0.03 of a second is all it was between Matthew van Niekerk, Tutti Frutti, and of course Jamie, the Black Rider Hall.